Practice is important. There's a big difference between looking at your notes and actually standing up and presenting. So practice your presentation, preferably at least 2 or 3 times. I recommend that when you practice, you try to do it differently every time. Try using different phrases and examples so that you don't become fixed on a single way of presenting your message. Presenting is not about speaking perfectly. It's about being comfortable with your audience even when you are not perfect. Giving a clear message is much more important than speaking perfect sentences in English. Think also about the things which you can control before the presentation, in particular your environment, such as the room and equipment you are using. You may have a preference for how the room is arranged, theatre style, a U-shaped arrangement, or groups of tables. If you can, check the room before your presentation to make sure things are arranged the way you want them to be. Check all technical equipment so you're not anxious about whether the slides will work.
Very much so. I think it's just natural, but the more prepared I feel I am for the presentation, the better I feel about it. I oftentimes try to think about possible questions that could come in the presentation, and if I do have an answer for them, I feel better, and that helps me cope with the nervous.
I don't really get nervous if I'm confident about what I'm talking about, and if I've practiced enough. No, I don't. What I worry about mainly, I think, is boring people, actually. I don't really get nervous before a presentation until about a minute or 2 before I actually go on stage or in front of the podium. And I mostly worry about, have I got the right slides? Are they in the right order? Is it going to work? Is the computer going to let me down? Or am I going to say something stupid? But generally I'm fine, but it's just that few seconds before I go on.
Yes, I do get nervous. I worry about forgetting what I'm going to say. I worry about being boring. I sometimes worry about the timing, in case I go on too long. Or alternatively, if I speak too quickly and perhaps don't take up the allotted time, that would also be a bad thing.
I think just focus on the fact that you know what you're talking about, and the audience are there because they want to listen to you and they want to find something out, and make sure that you're properly rehearsed and properly practiced.
It's difficult to cope with nerves, isn't it? So try to breathe, try to think on something else, and maybe go for a walk, a little bit of everything.
Usually I'm quite nervous before a presentation, but since I've done so many of them, it's become easier and easier. So the difficulty would be just to overcome your nerves by practicing.
Actually, I think nerves are a good thing because nerves show that you care about the outcome, but it is important not to let them run away. So I think take deep breaths, relax and slow down are the key things.
If you feel nervous about presenting, don't worry. You are not alone. In reality, nerves are good for you. They keep you alert and full of energy when presenting, but you don't want to be too nervous. Good preparation of the type I described earlier helps to reduce nervousness. How you manage yourself and deal with nervousness is a personal matter. Different people need to do different things. Some people like to find a quiet place away from people. Others need to talk or listen to some calming music. Maybe you have a particular item of clothing which makes you feel confident. Personally, I think exercise is a very useful way of relaxing. There's a very close relationship between how we breathe and how we feel. Gentle exercise, such as short walks or stretching, makes us breathe more deeply, reducing the heart rate and helping us to feel less anxious. But perhaps the most important part of your preparation is this. Recognize the value of what you're presenting. Tell yourself why it's important that your audience take away your messages. The best presenters are the ones who genuinely believe in the value of what they are presenting. They want us to listen, and they're often less nervous because they stop thinking about themselves and concentrate instead on communicating. As a result, they're more interesting to the audience. The presentation stops being about the presenter and starts being about the audience. So, the key point to always remember is that the presentation isn't about you. It's about your audience.